What is up, guys? This is week number 2 of my weekly members poll gameplay. And this is just a way for me to show appreciation to all my channel members because I really do appreciate all of you guys. And I want to get input from you guys to see what games I want to play. So going down a list of all the heroes and Marvel champions, I had a poll for the next 4 heroes. And you guys voted for Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. So here we have a game with her. And then a shout outs to Evo who recommended I play her in the Justice aspect. So I do have a Justice deck right here for Miss Marvel. He also recommended the Red Skull, so I had a villains poll asking you guys which villain you guys want to see me face. But you guys all voted for M.O.D.O.K here, which I think will still be very thematic here because of the capture in humans, and Miss Marvel is in human as well. So that's gonna be really cool here. So let's go ahead and get this game set up. We are facing M.O.D.O.K on expert mode from the Agents of Shield, playing as Kamala Khan. All right, so for the main scheme stage 1A, it says for setup to create the holding cell deck. So we have this right here. So let's shuffle up these holding cell cards right here. And then let's shuffle up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then it says, let's see. So we put this right here with the 2 lock counters on it. And then it's going to, as a hero action, we can spend 2 physical resources or 3 resources of any type to remove 1 lock counter from here. After we do that, we can free this Inhuman, and then they come into play as an ally under our control. Let's put the Inhuman cards over here. Is that going to fit? Let's see, guys. Did it fit? Oh, it fit. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have this right here. And then let's move it actually over here. So we have space for some side schemes. Okay, then after we do that, we let's see, put 1 random adaptable environment into play and 2 instead in expert mode. So we are doing expert mode, so we're gonna get 2 of these environments right here. So let's shuffle them all up, and then we set the other ones aside. And each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of the Adaptoid and reveals it. So we have an Adaptoid minion right here. And the Adaptoid has 1 scheme, 1 attack, 5 hit points. When defeated, we can remove 1 all-purpose counter from any environment, including the holding cell environment. And then the way they work is that based on these environments right here that we're shuffling, so 2 random ones will come into play. They'll give these guys special effects. So let's see what we got here. So we had the flying upgrade. So M.O.D.O.K stole, the Inhuman genes here and gave these Adaptoids the flying upgrade here. So now each Adaptoid gains +1 scheme, Insight 1, and the aerial trait. And each Adaptoid also gains villainous and the psionic trait. So we have these environments in play. Actually, let's set them like further over here. Okay, is that on screen? Yeah, that's on screen. Okay, so we gotta remember that the every Adaptoid has these effects right there. And then yeah, so we reviewed the Adaptoid, and we can advance the main scheme to stage 1B here. It comes in with 1 per player threat. As a force of threat, whenever the stage will be completed, we put 1 of the random set aside Adaptoid environments, so another 1 of these, into play. Then if there are no more, then we lose the game. So if this hits 7, we get 1 more environment, and then if it hits 7 again, then we lose the game, because if we put 1 more environment, there are no more into play, and M.O.D.O.K will have grabbed all the genes from the Inhumans, which we do not want. So basically we can let this hit 7 1 time before, or 1 time for free, and the other time we're going to lose. Okay, I think we got everything set up there. Let's shuffle up the encounter deck here, and I'm going to go over the Justice deck here that I have for Miss Marvel. It's a pretty basic Justice deck. Not basic in terms of like not a lot of basic cards. We have a lot of Justice cards here actually. But mostly we have 2 Power of Justice there, and using our, we really want to play some board events here with this deck. Okay, so we got that shuffled up. So for the deck breakdown, we have 3 players side schemes here in the build support, specialized training, and the superpower training. I think Miss Marvel is going to be really good in Justice for thwarting, so we want player side schemes so she can thwart them out. So we have this right here. We have 3 copies of Clear Area as our main thwart event for Miss Marvel. Here, action thwart, remove 2 that from a scheme. It removes the last, so we can draw a card. And then with our, I believe it's called Shrink, we can remove 2 additional threat with a thwart event. So this can do 4 and draws a card. And with our hero ability here, if we use morphogenics, I mean, we can exhaust the Marvel to return the clear area back to her hand and play it again, draw another card. So that could be a very powerful combo. So 3 copies of that. We have 2 copies of the one way or another to help us boost our economy early game. And we can use it throughout the side schemes with our authority event. And we want to boost our economy because I don't feel like Miss Marvel has the best economy, especially early game. And if she stays in hero form, M.O.D.O.K does have Retaliate and Steady. And we have 1 copy of the Skilled Investigator for clearing side schemes under surveillance to increase the threat threshold on this main scheme, so we have more breathing room. We have the Justice allies here in Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Blindfold, Arrows, Wiccan, Quake, Jessica Jones, Agent Coulson, Spycraft for Coulson. 2 copies of the Power of Justice Sorry if you guys hear the bell ringing. That is Sesame running around. The three basic doubles with the Helicarry and the Avengers Mansion as our pseudo resource generator. So yeah, that is a deck breakdown here. Let's go ahead and shuffle everything up, and then we're gonna get started here. Okay, and then also with M.O.D.O.K, he has Retaliate 2 and Steady. So each time we attack him, he will retaliate back on us for 2. So it's gonna be a little bit rough for Kamala because she doesn't have really big attack events. So we're gonna take a lot of Retaliate here from him. He has 3 scheme, 1 attack, and then whenever he will be defeated, if a holding cell environment is in play, remove 2 lock counters from it, and then we reset M.O.D.O.K's hit points back to 14. Otherwise, the players win the game. So in order to win this scenario, we have to free all the captured Inhumans. After we get all 4 of them to be our allies, then if we defeat M.O.D.O.K, brings hit points down 0, then we win the game. So that is that's how we get through M.O.D.O.K here from the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So let's shuffle up, and we're going to draw up to our hand size here of 6 in our Alter Ego and get started. All right, let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, this isn't bad at all. So we got a basic double, but we don't have anything to play with it. So I'm going to mulligan this. I'm mulligan the Spycraft as well. And then these, I feel like I need to keep. I would love to, dang, the Skilled Investigator. I think I tossed this here because I really want to get like a Helicarrier Mansion so I can play with the Genius here. Or just an ally, or anything that we can play with the W resource here. So let's mulligan this card, 3 cards here, all the Justice cards. And then draw 3 more back up to our hand size here of 6 in our Alter Ego. Come on. Okay, that's really good. Okay, so we got Shrink, which we can play with a double. Okay, so that will kind of unleash like what we want to do with Miss Marvel. And then I don't, man, we're left defenseless though. We have big hands. So let me see. He has Villainous because of the Psionic upgrade here and the Psionic trait. Also +1 scheme, so 2 scheme, 1 attack, and then the aerial trait as well. So I have to kill him, right? So we definitely want to play big hands, and I want to play down Shrink. So I think what I do is, and I use my basic activation, she does attack, I think. Teen Spirit action is cards from your deck until you get a Miss Marvel card, add that card to your hand. I don't think I'm going to do that here, actually, because if I play Nakia, I can reduce the cost of Shrink. I just play it, and then I play the big hands. There's nothing else that I want to do, and I would rather have gotten an ally, but we don't have an ally, so I think we just, we're not going to use action because I don't want to mill all my nice Justice cards because I drew a bunch of Kamala Khan cards here. So let's go ahead and use, do I toss Bruno here? I mean, if I don't toss Bruno, then that's fine. Let's use Bruno as a resource so we can play Nakia Bahadir. As an alter action, we are an alter ego. We can exhaust her to reduce the next card that we play this phase by 1. So we're going to exhaust her. And then now Shrink is only 1 cost. This would be 1 resource, so we can play Shrink. It's a 2 cost upgrade. When you play a Thor event as a hero interrupt, we exhaust Shrink to increase the amount of threat that event removes by 2. So that is our main card with this deck because we are playing Injustice here. And then we're going to flip up here to hero form. We're going to use a double resource here so we can play big hands. Here, action attack, do 4 damage to an enemy. So let's go ahead and hit the Adaptoid here for 4. And that will resolve the event. We're not going to trigger our hero ability because it's a response, not a force response. So we don't have to do it. We're going to exhaust, swing for 1, take out the Adaptoid right here with Inhuman Genes. When he's defeated, remove 1 all-purpose counter from an environment. Let's take 1 off of the holding cell here so we can try to work on clearing off or freeing those Inhumans. So we defeated the Adaptoid. Trigger the 1 defeat effect. We did all that. Okay, so now that ends our turn. Let's ready back up. We draw back up to our hands here 5. All right. Ooh, we got a basic or a Power Justice double here, which is pretty good. All right, M.O.D.O.K's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main, goes up to 2. He is going to attack us. He has a base attack of 1. I guess we just take it to the face. This would be the boost card. Please be low. Oh, 0 booster. So just 1 damage on Kamala. Brings us from 10 down to 9. So we should be able to survive this turn. And then we get dealt a face down encounter card during encounter step, which is Psionic Machetes. Attached to M.O.D.O.K, his attacks gain piercing. After his hit points are reset, discards card, and he gets +1 attack here. So he's going to have this as attachment. Okay. All right, so it's back over to our turn. That was pretty chill for us here. Not much pressure. I think I definitely want to play Wiccan. Oh, I forgot to ready up Nakia here. If I play Wiccan, I can't play Red Dagger unless I flip. I don't think I flip here though, right? It's just being risky for no reason. So I think I play Arrows. Red dagger is pretty good though, because then we could turn to a hand. But no, I think we just go for 2 allies here to help us out a little bit, and then we can actually what I could do is spend 2 physicals there. Sorry for the noise, guys. Sesame is going crazy by the window. Um, Hopefully that doesn't catch on camera though. But let me see. We need to spend 2 physicals or 3 of any type. So we could just spend 3 uses here, play Wiccan, and then get our first Inhuman for us. Yeah, I'm not really doing anything with these cards here. I think that's fine. Let's use it here. Action here. Spend 3 resources of any type. This is 3 resources, so we can remove a lock counter from here. So clearing out the last one, and then we get this Inhuman coming to play under our control, which is gonna be the strong Inhuman here with 1 Thor 3 attack. Comes in with toughness. They do not count towards our ally limit. They're gonna be readied up. And then after this card leaves play, we flip it, put it on the bottom of the holding cell deck, so it just comes back into the holding cell deck there if it gets defeated, which we don't want because we want to defeat M.O.D.O.K. They can actually block attack with the tough. Oh wait, no, he has piercing. Never mind. This would be a double resource when paying for justice cards, so we can play Wiccan. I forgot. This will go back up to 2 lock counters here for this one, and that is Sarah Garza. Okay, Wiccan's coming into play here, readied up. What do I do right now? Let's think. I think we just stored out the main here. So let's exhaust Ms. Marvel at Thor for 1 from here. Wiccan's going to exhaust the Thor for 1, clear it off. Wiccan has a response after he thwarts his card, top card, and counter deck. For each boost icon on the card, D1 damage to enemy, 2 boost icons, so 2 damage on M.O.D.O.K. Bring him from 14 down to 12, and he won't retaliate because it's not attacked with Wiccan's response there. But then Wiccan will take a consequence damage. So Wiccan's a great way for us to do damage to M.O.D.O.K. because of his retaliate too. And bypassing that. Okay, that's gonna end our turn. Let's right back up. And then we're gonna draw back up to our hands here 5. I think I kind of need Wiccan to okay. This is definitely bad shuffling by me. But it's okay. Do we want Wiccan to block his hit? Oh, Wiccan's so good though. He has piercing, so I can't block the strong human. He's saying with the base of 2. I think I can just take it and then maybe recover. I don't know. Okay, M.O.D.O.K. turn is gonna add 1 to the main. He's gonna attack us. We're just gonna take it here because I want 1 more use out of Wiccan. Hitting with a base of 2. Gets a boost card here. He has piercing. Boost is 2, so it's gonna be 4 damage on Kamala. Brings us from 9 down to 5. A little bit scary. Then we get dealt 1 face down counter card, which is Scientist Supreme with victory -1. Their attacks gain piercing and ranged. Okay, back over to our turn here. So we got a minion. Do we have with Embiggen? What does Amir do? Exhaust and place 1 card from your discard pile on the bottom of your deck and then draw a card. So all alter ego stuff, but it's too risky flipping down here because the M.O.D.O.K. schemes, and he schemes again, we lose 1 of these, and then we power up all the adaptoids, which I definitely don't want. I think I don't even play a clear area here because we rather get Wiccan to start popping off. There's no way. Yeah, okay, so we're just gonna have Wiccan exhaust. We're gonna Thor for 1, clear off the main. Use his response, his card top card here, which is 2 boost icons, so 2 damage on the Scientist Supreme. And then Wiccan would take a consequence damage, and we put on him because we want to choose to put on him. So we can defeat him now because we have 4 damage. So that's really good. What do we do here? Do I free an Inhuman or play Embiggen? I kind of want to play Amir Khan actually. Yeah, let's use a resource here so we can play Amir Khan. 1 cost support as an alter action. We can exhaust him to put 1 card on your discard pile on the bottom of your deck and then draw a card. So we do flip, we can have a big turn. But we can't do anything right now because it's alter ego action. Then we use hero action here. Spend a wild resource or 3 resources of any type. Let's spend 3 resources here so we can remove a lock counter from here. Drop this down to 1. Okay, then we're gonna have Strong Human exhaust a swing for 3. Miss Marvel swing for 1. 4 more damage, defeats Scientist Supreme. When he's defeated, he will go into the victory display with the victory -1. And now we do have a minion victory display for cards that count for that. Strong Human will take a constant damage, lose their tough stats card. All right, that's gonna end our turn. Let's right back up. We gotta free these Inhumans. Drawing back up to our hands here 5. Ooh, Avengers Mansion with the double. Ooh, there's a build support there, so I really want to play that out to get out the helicarrier. I could actually. Oh no, no more clear the areas because they're all gone. Dang it. All right, that's fine. So M.O.D.O.K. is gonna add 1 to the main. He's going to attack us. I think we are just gonna block here with Wiccan so we don't die. Him with a base of 2 gets a boost card here of 3, so 5 damage takes out Wiccan, unfortunately. Good old Wiccan. Put in work for us. And then we're going to get dealt 1 phase 9 counter card, which is an Adaptoid. Okay, so when we defeat him, we can place, or we can remove 1 all-purpose counter from the environment. He does have inside 1 here, so 1 third goes on the main. He also has Villainous and Silent Strike, but he won't activate right now. Okay, so let's see here. I could defeat him if I play an ally. That means I can't play the mansion this turn though. Uh, do we have a wild? We don't have a wild resource for the holding cell, so we have to kill the Daptoid to free the holding cell thing. I think I hold on to the mansion, right? No, I have to spend my whole hand. Unless I play Kosen, grab Spycraft to play the build support. No, I think we use mansion here. Because then if we do this, we can play the Spycraft and the build support. And we can do a lot more that way. Yeah, I think that's gonna be better. Okay, let's go ahead and use 3 resources here so we can play good old Agent Kosen. When Kosen enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a prep card. After here, we get Spycraft here as a preparation card and add that to our hand. Kosen will come in ready up. Okay, then we're going to have the Strong Human swing for 3. Kamala swings for 1. Kosen swings for 1. 5 damage, takes out the Daptoid. When he's defeated, remove all purpose count from environment, so taking the last one off of here. And then all the allies will take consequential damage. And then now we get another Inhuman helping us out here. So Kamal leading the team of Inhumans. We got Sarah Garza now. She also does not count towards our limit. Her attacks gain overkill and range, so she's going to bypass her attack from M.O.D.O.K. That's really nice. And then after this card leaves play, we put it on the bottom of the home sub deck. Okay, so actually, I kind of wanted to attack. That's fine. Then, wait, what was the plan here? Oh, wait, she only has 2 thwart, so I can't clear out build support by play. Is a thing. Then we go for Spycraft here then. Yeah, let's use the resource here. We're gonna play Spycraft. It's a 1-cost upgrade. Play only if you control a spy character. Coulson is a spy character. When you review an encounter card, we discard Spycraft against the effects of that card and review another card from the counter deck. So giving us a buffer for if I want to flip down. Do I want Sarah to swing at M.O.D.O.K here? Because I mean we have to, right? Because I forgot 2 counters on here. I think we wanted to attack M.O.D.O.K because she bypassed retire with her range. So let's swing for 2 on M.O.D.O.K. That'll bring from 12 down to 10, and then she would take a constant damage. And then she was gonna ignore the retaliate against her range. Yeah, she's really good for hitting M.O.D.O.K here. All right, that's gonna end our turn. Let's ready back up, and we'll probably have Coulson block unless we can draw our defense event. Hold on to the build support, draw back up to 5. Come on, defense event. We did not get it. Okay, Coulson's gonna have to leave then. All right, it is M.O.D.O.K's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main scheme. He's going to wait, did I do that? Yeah, I did that. Okay. He's going to attack us. We're going to exhaust Coulson to block. He's hitting with a base of 2. Gets a boost card here of 2. And after activation, shuffle the Daptoid back into the counter deck. So 4 damage takes out Agent Coulson here. And we're going to shuffle the Daptoid back into the counter deck after activation. And then we're going to give ourselves 1 face down counter card after we do that. So I'm planning on when I want to flip down here. Yeah, I need to get some economy out because we haven't been able to play much cards because we have no resource generators right now in hero form because all of our card draw stuff with our supports are all in alter ego with Amir and Nakia. So really want to boost the economy here. We can clear build support. All right, we get dealt 1 phase on counter card, which is Master Plan. Place 4 on each side scheme. If there are no side schemes in play, we discard from the counter until we get a side scheme and then reveal it. So let's mill here until we get a side. Okay, we got it right here. So what do we get? That gets discarded. Psionic Enhancement, hinder 1 plus 3 threats, so 4 threat here with the Amplify. Okay, so that's not too bad. 4 threat with an Amplify. Alright, do we have Authority Event in hand? Big hands? Oh, no, we don't have our Authority Event. Man, okay. If we had Authority Event, that would be really good right now. Let's see. We can spend 2 energies to take a lock counter off of there. And then we also spend 3 resources. Is that the one with the thwarting? I don't remember which Inhuman's the one that can thwart a lot. I'm tempted to just free him right now for an event. I'm not playing big hands right here. Yeah, let's use this here action here. Spend 2 energy resources or 3 of any type. So let's spend 2 energies here to take a lock counter off of this card. And then we can spend 3 of any type. So there's 3 resources right here. So we can remove another lock counter. That will defeat this. So when it's defeated, we get another Inhuman. This time we got the Flying Human. Does not count towards ally limit. After this ally thwarts, remove 1 threat from their scheme. Okay, so that could be pretty useful. And have 2 thwarting. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then we have 2 lock counters on the last holding cell environment there. Okay, let's see here. So definitely we're going to exhaust the Flying Inhuman to thwart for 2 from here. And they can take 1 threat from their scheme, so let's take 1 off the main. and they'll take a consequential damage. And then I'm at the point where I think I need an ally to block for me. What are we doing right now? Are we gonna flip down? I really want to flip. If I flip and he pops this, it's not the end of the world. We get another one of these environments. I think we'll take the risk and flip here because I really want to get a move on um, my economy and stuff. So let's see. I could thwart one here with Miss Marvel, and then I could clear off build support. I think we go for you with a spycraft. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's store for one. Actually, wait. I need to recover. Oh man. So this goes up to 3. If we thwart out the build support here, now I'm being too greedy if I do that, huh? I think I can play the build support, but I have to clear this stuff off. Yeah, okay, so let's have the flying human Thor for 1, Miss Marvel Thor for 1. That's a total of 2 threat, clearing off of here. And then the flying human takes a consequential damage. Sarah Garv is going to Thor for 2 from the side scheme, defeat it. She'll take a consequential damage, so the side scheme's gone. Then we're going to flip down here. Hopefully we can heal next turn if we don't get exhaustion. And then we're going to, do I Teen Spirit? No, I don't want to lose it. Yeah, I don't want to do it. All right, we're gonna use um let's use Amir Khan here. So after you go action, exhaust it, place a card from your discard pile at the on the bottom of your deck, and then draw a card. So let's get a clear the area here, right? Or the mansion. Let's do the mansion actually. Let's get a mansion, put it on the bottom of our deck, and we can draw a card. Well, I also want Wiccan. Okay, then we draw a card here. Got blindfold, and then we can exhaust Nakia to reduce the cost of the next card we play this phase by 1. So build support's free to play. Let's just play it so we get it in play at least. Coming in with 3 per player threat. All right, we should be good thanks to the spycraft. So yeah, I think that's it there. Okay, let's ready back up. We freed a bunch of Inhumans, so we're doing pretty well, I think. Let's draw back up to hands here of 6, holding on to blindfold. We got the Helicarrier, but I'm probably just gonna get it with the build support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's under surveillance, and we got a sneak by. Okay, M.O.D.O.K's turns get added 1 to the main. He is going to scheme because we're an Archego with a base of 3. Gets a boost card here of 2, so he schemes for 5 here. Goes up to 6 out of 7, and then we get 1 face down counter card, which is a side scheme. Okay, let's put it over here. When review, place 1 acceleration token here for each aim minion in the victory display. So we do have an aim minion here in the victory display, so we have 1 acceleration token on this card. So if we defeat it, though, we can get rid of the acceleration token. This will come in with 3 threat. All right, I think that's fine. Okay, let's see what I want to do here. So I can definitely finally do some Kamala things. Do I want a Teen Spirit here? Let me think. Okay, so these don't count towards our limit, so we can still play a bunch of allies here. Flying Inhuman's gonna do some work for us. Let's think. What do I want to? Okay, let's just do this stuff. So let's use Amir Khan to place a card from your deck at the bottom of your deck. I should not have grabbed the mansion. I think that was a bad play there. Let's get the... Why don't we get big hands, actually? I think I'm ready. Getting close to the kill, actually. Yeah, we're going to put this at the bottom of our deck, our attack event. Okay. And then we're going to use Teen Spirit here. So action is card cards on top of your deck until you get a Miss Marvel card and add to your hand. So we're just going to mill here. That's fine. We wanted that stuff earlier. We got wiggle room, and then we add to your hand, and these cards all get discarded. Actually, we're decking out soon. That's actually not great. Maybe I should have done that. That's fine. Okay, let's see. I want to exhaust to heal, but I think at this point we're getting pretty close to where we can just kind of go for it here, and I want to use my double thwarting ability. Wait, no, flying human's gonna help us thwart, so I don't need to. Yeah, let's just exhaust the heal and just be safe. We're gonna heal by 5, brings from 5 back up to our full life here, 10. All right, then we're gonna flip up here to hero form, and then we're going to use. Actually, I should probably sneak by the main, huh? Yeah, let's use a resource here, and we'll use a resource here. I don't need this right now. So 2 resources right here, so we can play. Oh, sorry guys, before we flip over, we're gonna exhaust Nakia to reduce the cost of the next card you play by 1, and then we're gonna flip up here. Okay, so now big sneak by is only 1 cost. So we use Helicarrier as one resource so we can play the Sneak By. So here, action Thor, remove 3 threat from a scheme. We're going to exhaust Shrink to reduce it, to add the Thor events Thor remove by 2. So we're going to do 5 off the scheme, brings the man all the way down to 1 here. All right, so that's a Sneak By. Then we're going to exhaust a Flying Inhuman, so Thor for 2 from here. And after they Thor, they can take 1 threat off of another scheme. So let's take 1 off of this scheme here. And then they'll take a consequence damage. All right. Then we want to Thor that out. Let's exhaust the Strong Inhuman to Thor for 1. Defeats the build support here. And then, okay, so Strong Inhuman will take consequence damage. And whenever build support is defeated, it goes into victory display. We can search our deck and discard file for support with a cost 3. Let's put it into play. So let's grab that Helicarrier here that we use as a resource in our discard pile. And we put it into play. Helicarrier is a 3-cost support. As an action, we exhaust it, reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. So we have this here coming right up. Okay. Then I want to play Blindfold. And then, oh man, I don't have the Mentos for that. Dang it. So if I play Blindfold here, I can hold on to the Wiggle Room and can't do anything else, unfortunately. That's fine. Let's exhaust Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card we play by 1. This would be 2 resources here, so we can play Blindfold. When Blindfold enters play, look at the top 5 cards on the encounter deck, and then we can discard 1, put the rest back in the same order. So we're going to deck out. So if I get a minion with guard, that's fine. We have the attack event in our hand, big hands. That's good. The Adaptoid, actually, do I want to get the Adaptoid out here? We might discard this, get the Adaptoid. This would be the boost. And then this would be the encounter card take indirect damage equal to M.O.D.O.K scheme, which is only 3. So that's fine. Okay. So confuse each character that takes damage this way. So he's going to confuse Kamala. I'm okay with that, I think. Confuse each character that takes damage. Actually, I could put on the Strong Human as well. That's fine. Okay, so let's discard the Aim Jailer. And we want to kill the Adaptoid so that we can get more easily freed the lock counters there. Yeah, so let's put this back on there. And then, what is that? Oh yeah, and then Blindfold coming right up. So these don't count towards the ally limit, so we can have Blindfold as ally here. Let's exhaust Thor for 2. Clear off this scheme here. Gets rid of Acceleration. This will get defeated. And then that's going to end our turn here, right? Yeah, we are decking out. Yeah, so let's draw back up to 5. We deck out. We get dealt a face-down encounter card, which is that Adaptoid. We ready back up all of our cards. And then, oh, wait. Let's exhaust Sarah Garza to actually swing for 2 on M.O.D.O.K with her range, bring him down to 8. She doesn't take the retaliate, and then she'll take 1 more consequence damage. Sorry about that. I gotta remember to do that. Yeah, Sarah Garza has to put on work on M.O.D.O.K. Okay, then we ready one up. Because we never used her activation, right? Yeah, we never used it. Because Strong Human Thor did something. I think we never used it. Okay, you know what? Just in case we did use it, let's not do that. Because I don't remember actually if I used her activation or not. So let's bring back up to 10 life. All right, we deck out. We shuffle our discard pile back into the deck here. And then it's backward in M.O.D.O.K's turn, which we have controlled thanks to Blindfold. I don't even think I play the Wiggle Room here, right? Actually, I might as well. Well, I mean, Blindfold can just... he's sitting with a boost card of 2, I think, so we will take 1 damage. And we're going to take indirect with the thing anyways. I don't think it really matters. Okay, we'll shuffle it up. Let's see, what does Wiggle Room do? We got both right here. You would take any amount of damage or prevent 3. Oh, okay, that can prevent indirect. Never mind, so we save it for that. And then we could actually use 2 of them to just draw 2 cards. I think we just do that actually. And then we try to play, and we need to ready all this stuff up. And we can play 2 big hands. And I think we go for the kill here, right? Wait, do we have Mentos? We need draw into Mental for that thing. All right, M.O.D.O.K turn, he's going to add 1 to the main. He's going to attack us. We're going to take it to the face. So sitting with the base of 2, gets a boost of 2 on Kamala. We're going to play Wiggle Room here. So 0 cost event, when you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of it, and we draw a card. So we take only 1 damage. And we can also draw a card. So pretty good value there. Not a mental resource, dang it. Okay, so that was the activation from M.O.D.O.K. Then we get dealt 1 encounter card for a total of 2. First one is the Adapto here. He has inside 1 thanks to this thing. So we put it there on the main. And then he doesn't activate now. So we're good to go. And then last encounter card is going to be Sonic Blast. When reviewed in hero form, take X indirect damage. X equals to M.O.D.O.K scheme, which is 3. Confuse each character that takes damage this way. So we can put the indirect damage however we want. Let's put all 3 on Miss Marvel. And then we're going to play a Wiggle Room here. when you would take any amount of damage, even from non-attack, right here interrupt, when you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3. So we prevent the 3 indirect damage, which is not from attack, which is fine, and we draw a card. And since we did not take damage, we don't have to get confused either, which is really good. We got this card, but it's a little bit late for that. But it is a mental here for us to holding cell. So yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so it's back over to our turn here. And let's see, this guy does not have guard. I don't think I have the kill though on M.O.D.O.K because I need to. So we had to get the kill next turn. I think we had to kill the adapter. Oh, I forgot. Blindfold should have a consequent damage from thwarting last turn. Do we have to kill? Okay, let's see. If I free the Inhuman, that's fine. Let's use the hero action here. Spend 2 mental resources so we can remove a lock counter from here. Drops it down to 1. If I do 3 resources and I free the holding cell there, and we get the ally, M.O.D.O.K has 8 life. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that one can attack. So if Sarah guards attack, we might have had to kill here, but I don't think we have it anyway. So let's just do the safer thing. We're going to exhaust the Helicarrier to reduce the cost of next trial by 1. This would be a resource, so we can play a big hands here. Here, action attack, do 4 to enemy, hitting the Adaptoid here for 4 damage. And then we're going to use our response, Morphogenetics. After we play an attack, thwart, or defense event, exhaust his Marvel to return event back to your hand, so we get the big hands back here. All right, so he has 1 life left. So let's exhaust the Flying Inhuman here. I think, yeah, we're just going to swing for 1 on the Adaptoid, defeat it. Flying Inhuman takes a console damage. When he is defeated, remove an all-purpose counter from an environment. Let's take the last all-purpose counter from our last holding cell environment here. And then now we got our trusty Psionic Inhuman, who does not count towards our limit, so we can still have him play. So let's put him over here. All right, coming in readied up. And after this ally thwarts, remove 1 lock count from a holding cell. We don't need that effect anymore, actually. Okay, so it's still our turn. Let's exhaust Sarah Garza. We're going to swing for 2 on M.O.D.O.K here because she bypassed Retaliate, brings him down to 8, and then she'll take a consequential damage. So if we bring M.O.D.O.K down 0 now, then we win the game. We're short on damage though, right? Yeah, we can't play the big hands. If strong human attacks, they'll take a bunch of damage back. I think we just chill here. Let's exhaust strong human to thwart for 1 from the main, take consequential damage. We're going to exhaust Psionic Human to thwart for 1 from the main, and they'll take a consequential damage here as well. And we're going to hold up, keep blindfold here to block. All right, that's going to turn us right back up. All right, holding on to both big hands here, drawing back up to 5. Ooh, we drew all the sneak buys. Okay, M.O.D.O.K turns to add 1 to the main. He's going to attack us, exhaust blindfold to defend. He's hitting with a base of 2 with piercing, and the boost is 1, so 3 damage takes out blindfold. And then we're going to get 1 face down encounter card here, which is an advance. So M.O.D.O.K's going to scheme here with a base of 2. I think we just take it. If he pops it, that's fine. So he schemed with a base of 2. We don't need to spycraft it. Gets a boost of 2, so he schemes for 5, which will advance the main scheme because the threshold is only 7. So whenever we complete, put a random, set aside, adapt to an environment. I don't think it matters which one we get now. Okay, so we do that. And then we get the Sarah Garza upgrade environment as well. So each adapter also has elite trait and +1 attack, overkill, and ranged. Okay, and then if there are no set aside adapter environments, the player loses a game. So there is 1 more set aside adapter environment, so we do not lose a game. And then we otherwise remove all threat here and shuffle each adapter move from the encounter discard pile back into the encounter. Oh man, I didn't know where to do that. Okay, so we have to shuffle all these adaptoids here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle them back in there. It doesn't matter. That's the last encounter card that we're getting. Yeah, so this just goes back to 7. Or this just clears off to 0 there. And then, yeah, all right, so let's put this back over here. And we definitely have to kill here with Miss Marvel. And we have our team of Inhumans. We have 4 Inhumans here, which all don't count towards our ally limit with Miss Marvel. Okay, so we definitely don't want to take the Retaliate 2. So let's remember that. So it's back over to our turn now. Let's exhaust Sarah Garza to swing for 2 with her overkill and ranged. Bring 2 damage to M.O.D.O.K brings not 6. And then since she has range, she won't take Retaliate 2, but she'll take a consequential damage. If strong human attacks, still get knocked out with the Retaliate and consequential damage. So the flying human as well. So I think we just have Miss Marvel do it. we're going to use 2 resources here, so we can play Big Hands. Here, action attack, do 4 damage to enemy, brings M.O.D.O.K from 6 down to 2. We're going to take Retaliate 2 from him, bring us from 9 down to 7. And then we can use Exhaust Helicare to reduce the cost on this calculator level 1. This will be a resource to play another Big Hands right here. Here, action attack, do 4 damage to an enemy, hitting M.O.D.O.K for another 4, bring him all the way down to 0. And whenever he is defeated, and we don't have any more Psionic humans, or Inhumans, I mean, that we need to save because they're all freed now, then the players win the game. So yeah, all right, we got it there. That was a quick short game here of Miss Marvel saving her fellow Inhumans and leading them against the charge against M.O.D.O.K here. Hopefully we get some cool stuff for the Inhuman trait in the future that can buff up Miss Marvel. I hope you guys all enjoy this gameplay. Thank you so much to all the channel members for all of your support. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, hope you guys all enjoy this one. I'll see you guys in the next video.